Taurus, if you've been questioning whether it's time to leave something behind and move towards something better, this message is for you. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to your August monthly tarot reading. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Universal Wisdom Tarot. And if you're returning, thank you for your continued support. If you haven't already, take a quick second to click that subscribe button. It's free and it's a great way to support the channel. This month is about trusting your intuition, embracing growth, and recognizing that what you're walking away from may be making room for something far more fulfilling. Stick around and let's see what the cards reveal. Hey there, my Taurus friends. Welcome to your reading for the month of August. Remember that these are general readings, general intuitive readings, not one-to-one readings, so take only what resonates. Okay? Now, I have already asked for blessings for the reading, so let's just get the cards out and we'll connect to the energies. Taurus, all right, let's see what's gone down here. Interesting, in your main messages, you have the High Priestess, the Chariot, the Nine of Wands, the Eight of Cups. Overarching energy for the theme of the month is the Empress card. You have three major arcana in the clarifiers, two right here in the first week, then that third one in the third week of the month. Interesting though, some leveling up 3-4 here. Beautiful Ace of Pentacles there. Nice energy that's going down. Let's start by talking about what the overall theme of the month is. You have the Empress, right? And so August really is a month about growth. It's a month about abundance. For some of you, it's really about your creativity this month and nurturing whatever really matters the most for you. Okay, so for some of you, it will be your creativity. For some of you, it's about personal advancement. For some of you, it's about personal growth. For some of you, it's about making the perfect environment and having a lot of abundance. Now, abundance can come in many forms. It doesn't have to be just wealth. But for some of you, it will be wealth. For others of you, it will be saying, what's good for me? Maybe I need some free time. Okay. For some of you, it's saying, abundance can be all the good stuff in life. Okay. And that doesn't just have to be good stuff in the material world. All right. So maybe it's rest and recovery for some people out there. Okay. So it is a month that says, what matters most to me and how do I achieve that? Okay. I feel like for somebody out there, if you've been, whatever thing this is about for you, something that you've been cultivating, okay, is just starting to flourish for you. Okay. So maybe, for somebody it's a side business. For maybe somebody it's their, just started working and they're starting to feel like they're making money and that they're flourishing in their career. For somebody, it's about, just starting to, have their own place and move out and feel like they're flourishing in that regard. Okay. This could involve relationships. It could involve finances for some people. Maybe that's what's flourishing for you. Maybe it's your family life, or it's just your personal goals in general. Okay. Now, what I love about the Empress card is that it always reminds us that what we look at, what we focus in on, and what actually receives our attention will grow. Okay. So if you put your focus and your attention to whatever this is, it will flourish, it will grow. And I feel like some of you, or many of you for that matter, are giving this a lot of thought as it relates to the alignment of your goals and your desires. Because sometimes what we wish to have as a desire isn't where our goals are, right? So we may want to align those two. Okay. But a really nice month of flourishing. Okay. And I feel like if you're putting your attention to something, then it's like you're really focusing in on it, and any decisions you make toward that have a big impact. They have an impact to maybe change something, maybe change everything, change all things in your life. Okay. So, even a simple one decision that you might make in this month really changes something for the better. Okay. Now, we're going to start right away in the first week with the High Priestess, clarified by the Devil, and the Temperance card. That's 3 major arcana. So some big messages and right off in the first week of the month. Okay. The High Priestess says your intuition is trying to tell you something, and it's trying to tell you something important about your growth. Okay, about how you can flourish, right? About how you can nurture what matters to you. All right. So the week is a week of maybe you're seeing some signs. Maybe you are, hearing little lyrics out of a whole song on the radio, and those 3 or 4 or 5 words kind of pop out at you. Okay. This is how our intuition kind of works to us. It works in like these mysterious ways. Okay. So it's like, maybe all of a sudden you're watching TV and you start seeing the same ad over and over. And you never saw it before, but all of a sudden now you're seeing the same ad over and over and over again. Or, and there's something in there that it's speaking to you. Okay. Or maybe you're hearing the same song on the radio, or maybe you're seeing 1111, or maybe you're seeing certain patterns in numbers. Maybe you're seeing, maybe you're having dreams, some of you, and you're remembering the dream with particular parts of it. Okay. For a reason. All right. So your intuition is telling you something important. So it's really a week to reflect on those things that you're seeing and your life's direction. And, it's kind of prompting you to, your intuition is prompting you to start kind of think about your current path, but consider what new possibilities or opportunities are open to you. Okay. So I would say take this time to understand what truly motivates you and fulfills you. Okay. Now, I do have to say, like, your intuition never puts you on the wrong path. Listening to your intuition provides clarity, and it makes it easier for you to sort of identify, um, you know, where adjustments are needed when it comes to personal growth. Okay. Now, it is also maybe highlighting for some of you the attachments that we have that are not good for us because you have that devil card there. Okay. So The devil is some kind of unhealthy something. It could be an unhealthy attachment. It could be an unhealthy habit. It could be a fear that surfaces for some of you. All right. And your intuition is telling you, maybe that's not so good for you. Okay. That's not really good for personal growth. That's not good for personal whatever. So think of it as something as simple as, you're eating a lot of chocolate and you're getting a rash, and that's not so helpful. That's not so good for you. Okay. Can be something as simple as that. But it could also be, hey, you're in a relationship that maybe it isn't so healthy for you. Okay. That's an attachment that perhaps is not always the best. When the devil comes out, it's because we have a fear of changing something because it feels familiar, it feels easy, we've been doing it for a long time, it's a habit, okay? Or it's something like saying, oh, if you want to have beautiful long nails, well, you have to stop that biting your nails. And then you have to ask yourself, well, why do you bite your nails? Maybe you bite your nails out of boredom, or you bite your nails because you get nervous. And when you're nervous, that's a habit, right? Of biting your nails. So you have to sort of be thinking about, what is your intuition showing you about personal growth and personal improvement in any area of your life, and what are you attached to? Okay. So that's pretty much what's coming up here for you in the first week. The Temperance card says, really, don't worry, things balance themselves out. Or it also could be saying, listen, you need a bit more balance when it comes to whatever this attachment is to improve yourself. So again, let's just go back to that simple diet and exercise, let's say, situation where, the devil says you're eating too much, but you're not going out for any walks at all. You need a healthier balance in your life. Okay. You need a healthier balance, and your intuition is telling you it's time, it's time, it's time. And maybe you're starting to see it in, the fact that, you're heavier on the scale, or maybe that your clothes aren't fitting, or maybe you're seeing it in the fact that you go, oh, my left leg hurts more. Okay. So for all of us, it appears in different ways, but clearly there's an attachment there, and you need to move away from whatever this is. Now, as I said, it could be a person. I'm not feeling it so much as a person because I don't feel like there's tons of love cards on this table. So I don't feel it's a love situation. But I feel like there's something going on in your life that is more of a habit and more of a familiarity that we're attached to. And it's time to change that. And you know that you would be in a better position in your personal abundance, your personal growth, if you did change that. Okay. So it's like you're going to walk away and make a change here. And as I said, that one decision could change it for you. Okay. Now from some of you, it could be related to work because you have this Ace of Pentacles here. Okay. And, at the end of the day, Ace of Pentacles is a brand new opportunity, and an opportunity that perhaps brings money with it. So that could be the case for some of you. And as we get into that second week, you know that you already in a way know what needs to change, right? You already know sort of what is the balance that you require as you get into this second week. Okay, so just remember to be listening to your inner voice here, because the forward movement arrives with that Chariot card, that Ace of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands, right? The practical opportunity presents itself, and it has a nice long-term potential. Okay, so for some of you, something arrives for you with that Chariot card, or it is the fact that you are ready to get into your chariot and drive forward. Okay. Now, for some of you, it could be that you may have to move for a new job opportunity. Okay. The chariot is a card of movement and could be actual real movement, like as in change city, change whatever. Could be just you need to change housing situation and change, where you live right now, because the attachment you have to where you are now is not working for you anymore. It could be something as simple as, where I live right now, there's a lot of bugs in my place or whatever, and my landlord is not addressing this, and that's unhealthy, and I need to change location. Okay. And your intuition is telling you that, and that's good for your own personal life, right? So again, remembering that everybody's situation is different, but there's definitely some movement in the second week. This is where I feel like you're starting to really consider the potential of the change that is required to break the devil. All right. So, yeah, I feel like you're really ready to, move forward. Okay. So for some of you, I do feel this is really connected to more like your work or your career, and to your finances, or some kind of new venture that's there. Okay. You're really considering this and seeing the potential it has with the Three of Wands, seeing how this might expand and grow for the better. Okay. I feel like there's a bit of momentum here that's builds, and it's building rather quickly. And I feel like the expansion, it's sort of expanding, and it's expanding quickly. But as I said, I feel like there's still a little bit of caution for you, because I don't feel like you make the decision sort of till the end of the month. All right. Now, while opportunities to advance are sort of coming your way, it's essential to really consider that long-term impact, right, over the immediate gains. And that's sort of where I'm feeling for you why you're still stuck a little bit with that devil and that temperance card in a way. All right. Your instinct to sort of assess whatever it is in front of you in the second week, and assessing it carefully, that's going to serve you well, Taurus. Okay. So it's helping you to choose the path or the paths that offer the most rewards and the most enduring rewards. Now, financially, you know, it's saying, you look at this practically, right? Because you had that Ace of Pentacles, right? And, there are mountains in the back of that, on the back behind that archway. So going through that archway is a great opportunity, but it doesn't come without its challenges. So always remembering that. But it is definitely, an opportunity there for something financially. So taking a practical approach is a really good thing. And, applying some creative thinking at the same time is really going to enhance your ability to sort of manage the resources that you have. And that doesn't have to be just financial resources, but it could also be your energy itself. Okay. So to manage it a bit effectively. All right. So I'd just say that, this week here is really sort of an ideal one for setting financial goals too, for some of you, for charging ahead with, okay, here's my plan of action, and let's take it and see how we can improve the financial situation, right? Maybe thinking about your budget, your debt, your what have you. All right. And that financial situation is also aligning for your abundance, right? And aligning with your broader life aspirations. Okay. So trying to bring for yourself a better balance, as I said, something healthier for you. Okay, a balance between security and satisfaction. Getting into the third week, you have the Nine of Wands clarified by the Hierophant and the Page of Swords. Okay, I feel like, by the third week, you may be feeling a bit, like, I don't want to say you're not exhausted, but I feel like there's a little bit of tiredness. Okay. But it's like you don't want to give up. And I would say don't give up. Okay. Because the finish line is sort of closer than you think. All right. And so, the Hierophant always says, stick with what works. Don't give up, because if some things are working for you and you're breaking free of whatever this habit is. So if let's go back to the habit, let's say it's a diet, okay? And your diet presents itself and you say, I'm starting this new thing and I'm going to stop eating all that sugar. And then you get by the third week and you're like, oh, this is too much work. I can't do this anymore, okay? Stick what works for you. If what works for you is, okay, instead of eating, 10 chocolate bars a day, I'm only going to have one small piece or square, you still find that satisfaction, right? But you can also balance it, as I said, with the being more, secure in the idea that you are working toward better health, right? So you know that you're doing something good for yourself, but at the same, so you're reducing your sugar, not necessarily cutting it off on, by that third week, you want to go, oh, forget it, and I'm just going to go back to the way I was eating. Okay. So I feel like there's a little bit of like, you have to push through it there in that third week. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, but the wounded warrior is an energy of, I'm going to persevere right through this. I'm going to get up every day and I'm going to keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Okay. So don't give up. Do what works for you. And, get all the information that you need with that Page of Swords. Gather all the stuff that you need. Remain alert, right? And, you can do this. This is an energy of you can do this. Okay, so your perseverance is going to pay off, because you get to the Eight of Cups in week 4, clarified by the Eight of Cups again. So really important there. And that Four of Wands. Powerful message, because of the main message being clarified exactly by the same card in the first clarifier there. Okay, release. Emotional release. Okay, so something that you have outgrown, the habit, the attachment, the whatever that your intuition was telling you about, you can finally release it, and now you can grow, right? That's what that Empress says, right? You can finally grow. You can leave behind, you can walk away, you can make a change. You have made changes. That change to decide, or that decision to decide to drop that devil energy, whatever that devil energy is for you, is a good one. All right. And so now you can make the change and leave that behind. Okay. Now, that could just be a physical leaving for some of you. For others of you, it will be more of a mental leaving behind. Okay, so bearing that in mind, it doesn't have to be leaving a person, but you could have decided to leave your city. You could have decided to change apartments. It could have been decided to sell your house. It could have been that you decided to change your diet. Okay, so whatever it is for you, in the last week of the month, you find a renewed sense of purpose. And it's really a chance for you to align some actions that you're taking with what you truly value, right? And it ensures that what you're pursuing really is resonating with your heart and what you truly desire for yourself. Okay. And I love that you have this Four of Wands here, because the Four of Wands sort of says that what you're walking toward now, you've left whatever you left behind, you're walking towards something, and whatever you're walking toward really brings happiness for you and stability. Okay. And so I would just say, really, Taurus, trust in the transition in this month, because you will be so happy that you did. I'm going to get you an oracle message. Let's see what additional message the oracle wants to give you. This is from the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. What additional message would you like to give Taurus for the month of August? You have the release card. You can't make this stuff up, people. Let me just tell you, release, right? Let me get the book and I will read it to you. Let's see, release. The presence of this card highlights the need to let go. For example, in relinquishing the comfort of old habits or attachments to goals and future outcomes. The unpredictability of the future, potential threats to our worldly identity, and our attachment to outcomes can all play a role in holding us back or keep us blinded to more appropriate opportunities. Notice these areas in your life and use the supportive energy of this liberating card to help you face and dissolve any influences preventing you from reclaiming your authentic power. Couldn't make this stuff up, people. As I said, it's saying release, let it go, right? Decide to change this devil situation for you. All right. Interesting read, my friends. And that's it for today. I hope something resonates. And don't forget to click the like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you soon. Until then, please know I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.